Okay, Reverend Crystal Cox, bbgoddesschurch@gmail.com to donate to our church. Woo! Okay, we're on page 92 of the Awakener. These steps to take to accept karmic absolution. Be still in meditation. Focus on the etheric flame within your heart that connects you to the source. Flood this flame with the vibration of love. Say out loud with power, I invoke my mighty I Am presence. By the grace of God, I accept the divine dispensation of karmic absolution. Number 2. When you entered this incarnation, the veils of Maya, forgetting, were still present. At that time, you were still unawakened as to your true role here. This is because, generally speaking, the original agreement for you to awaken to specific truth, that you are here on a mission, was to be in the last decade of the current millennium. You also didn't know that karmic absolution was to be offered to the light force. Naturally, therefore, you set into play all the energies necessary to achieve karmic balance prior to completing your mission role here. This meant you made agreements with others to interact with you to bring about this balance. Many of these agreements have finished. Some are currently in progress, and others are winging their way toward you. Winging? Or maybe that's supposed to be winding. I don't know. They're just winging it. Karmic winging. Therefore, it is further suggested that as a second step, you ask your I Am presence. I invoke my mighty I Am presence, and where it be in the highest divine order, I ask that all beings that still have agreements with me regarding the balancing of my karma are contacted now to be asked if they are willing to release these agreements. Asking for highest order will then keep intact any agreements that will be beneficial. They have free will and choice to accept or not. However, as they will be approached on a higher level and will understand the reason for this, it is likely they will accept. And I've been doing that a lot lately, of saying, I clear energy between me and other people. I neutralize all the energy. I raise the frequency. I cut the cords. I let go of, karmic energy with people and neutralize anything that is of low vibration so that I can move into what is of the highest and best for all involved. You are not now exempt from karma. You are the weakest link. One has a responsibility to maintain integrity within the divine flow to ensure that no balances occur. Further positive and negative karma can still be accrued, but you will find it being quickly balanced as instant karma. We need to forget that karma can also be good, and we can accrue lots of brownie points. Yay! And spent magical lifetimes with lots of wonderful things happening. At the moment of ascension, one is left alone to make the final decision to ascend. The feeling is of being completely alone. It was at this point of ascension where Jesus, suddenly feeling the abandonment of all presence, called out from the sky, called out from the cross, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? As the choice is made, one begins to ascend. At this point, you will reunite with your twin flame, and the two of you will walk together through the flames of ascension ceremony, and the state of ascension into the fifth dimension is fully attained. The twin flames who have completed all the learning that can only be obtained by being separated from each other are now designed to remain together. Now they may resume the evolutionary position they had reached prior to beginning this Earth mission, or through greater wisdom and learning, they may have attained a new level. Those who have not completed this learning will still reunite with the twin at this stage. However, at some point, they will probably choose to complete this learning, which would mean a further period of separation from the twin. Upon completion of their individual mission tasks, the light force upon Earth will reunite with their twin flames. You may now choose to be anywhere, doing anything you wish for as long as you like. It is time to go home. Aww, that makes me cry. Okay, chapter 8, discernment and the power within. Discernment, the key word on the planet. Using the power within. To establish the power within, lightworkers only need to follow their own inner guidance, intuition, feeling of rightness, excitement, spirit, or heart, 100% of the time, without reservation, in total faith and trust. I'm going to read this again. Using the power within. In order to establish the power within, lightworkers only need to follow their own inner guidance, your own intuition, your own feelings of rightness, your own excitement, your own spirit, and your own heart, 100% of the time, without reservation, in total faith, and in total trust. Waha. And so it is. The greatest gift of pure spirit is the love, power, and wisdom of the Source. This magnificent threefold flame lies within us all. It is our connection to the Source, all that is, God, or whatever you choose to call divine creation. This is the source of our accurate, intuitive knowing, available to each of us in every moment. It is always present, and it is we who choose, whether we are balanced enough to perceive it, and whether we wish to follow the divine flow or our own will, thy will or my will. The need to be discerning and accept only what feels right is necessary for your own personal evolutionary progress, your agreements with others, and your purpose here on earth. 1. Keep a positive perspective. There are millions of loving, exquisite, special light workers all over the earth. They are awakened and lovingly dedicated to their service on earth. The vast majority of the entire Earth's population want to live in peace and harmony. Everyone in the universe is equal. This includes you. Number 3, be a master. Follow your intuition. Number 4, realize that you always know when the energy being offered is loving and feels right. It is instinctive and usually immediate. Number 5, realize that you always know when someone or something is offering an energy that you would prefer not to support. This is also instinctive and usually immediate. Often the think process comes in at this point, and we try to find a logical reason why we must have got it wrong. You trust your instincts. You don't put a story to it, just trust it. It just is. If there's a story to it, that's not the right direction. Sometimes we dismiss it by telling ourselves we are not being very loving or trusting. Sometimes we lack the confidence to trust our own perception, especially if everyone around us is of a different opinion. You will be a master when you trust your own intuition and will stand by it, even if everyone else in the world says it's not so. There are millions of people around the world holding the same inaccurate belief patterns, so popularity doesn't necessarily signify pure truth. Number 6, neutral vibration. Realize that if you cannot feel a good or bad vibration, you may be experiencing a neutral vibration. Your next question could be why. Is this neutral vibration covering up an energy that is trying to remain concealed? Is the energy behind it positive or negative? Number 7, discernment is not judgment. The aim is intuitively to perceive the energy being presented and decide whether you choose to support it or not. For the highest good, you need to decide whether to add your energy and power to that person, project, workshop, tape, article, lecture, conversation, group, belief, system, government, etc. In other words, anything at all needs your belief. Anything that's going to create in your reality needs your belief. If there is the slightest doubt about it, it is better to wait until you are certain rather than jumping in and having to extricate yourself later. To observe that something is an energy that you choose not to work with does not require that you make a judgment that it is bad. You could view it simply as an alternative energy available to experience in this universe, one that you do not wish to work with. In choosing to withdraw your energy, power, and support from a particular area does not mean you also need to withdraw your unconditional love. Number 8, don't be impressed. thereby falling into the pattern of thinking that others know more than you. Regardless of who they are, how famous, how many books, blah, 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 how many books they've written, how many workshops, who they tell you they are, how great they are, whoever they're channeling, how great and magnificent and intelligent they think they are. Does it feel right or does it not feel right? Trust yourself. You have a 100% ability to ascertain whether something resonates as true or not for you. There are wonderful lecturers and authors delivering exquisite truths, but it would always be you who must choose whose reality to align with. Discern, discern, discern. Discernment is not judgment. There are two energies currently operating within the third dimensional. All right, well, let's read that one next time. Okay, are you ready? Goddess bless you. Have a wonderful whatever it is in your world. Remember, know your beliefs. You're creating your own reality. I love you.